How's it going, everybody? Chip Blean here from Freedom Chiropractic and Rehab. In our last video, we went over how to do the beginnings of some single leg deadlift patterning, right? So we showed you how to do it with your arms on a bar. We called it a functional reach. Then we showed you how to do that with your hands on a TRX or a suspension trainer. Today we're going to go through the actual movement of a single leg deadlift. We'll start with just patterning using this kettlebell on the floor, and then we'll get into the actual movements. So we love the single leg deadlift here. It's a great way to train unilaterally. The benefit of that is most of the sports that we do in the real world are unilateral in nature. There's not a whole lot of bilateral sporting events. So we want to be able to create power using one leg at a time. The other advantage is it takes a lot of the pressure off of the spine because we don't typically deadlift, or single leg deadlift rather, with really heavy weights because it's more about the movement itself. So we're not necessarily trying to pick up 300 pounds using a barbell. We're going to work with a lighter kettlebell. The other advantage that we get with single leg deadlift is it really helps to work on balance. As we get older, we tend to lose our ability to balance. This forces us to be able to control our body in space and also prevents us from, teaches us rather, how to control that balance. So I'm going to have Nicole come in. We're going to take a couple swings here at this. So the first thing we're going to do is just practice the pattern here for a single leg deadlift. So Nicole is going to set her right foot up right next to the kettlebell. What she's going to do is she's going to reach back with her left leg, and then she's going to grab for the kettlebell with her right hand. In the beginning, as she's practicing the pattern, I'm just going to have her tap the bell and stand back up. I want you to notice one thing. On Nicole's left foot, as she reaches back, her toes are dorsiflex, meaning I'm pulling her toes up towards her face, which drives her heel for the back wall. We talked about this in the last video too. Driving that heel back for the wall is really beneficial, and the reason it's beneficial is it engages the glute on that side, which helps to stabilize the pelvis, which makes balancing a little bit easier, okay? I'm gonna have Nicole set up again here. This time I'm gonna have her actually pull the kettlebell off the floor. So she's gonna go into that hip hinge, all the way back. She'll reach down, grab the handle of that kettlebell, and you'll hear her breathe as she comes up into that tall standing position. You'll notice there that the movement is occurring at her hip. She's not making that movement occur in her spine. Everything is a straight line from ear, shoulder, hip, knee, and ankle as she goes down. You can take a break there, Nicole. Now, that's the easier version of this single leg deadlift. We can make it more complicated and more challenging by putting Nicole's right foot on the other side of the bell. She's going to hinge the left leg back again, but reach for the bell with her left hand this time. Okay? So I'll have her practice that. Good. One more.
More challenging.
Yeah. So the reason this is more challenging, you can come on up here, is essentially what's happening is her base of support has moved a little bit away from the bell, and she doesn't have the support there on that same left side where she's pulling from. When she's pulling here, she has all the force going straight down through that foot. When she's pulling with the other leg as she's coming up, she has to stabilize her pelvis a little bit more in order to prevent her from collapsing. So, thank you guys for watching these videos. These are the single leg deadlifts and a couple variations for it. If you guys have questions about how to do these exercises or want a little bit of one-on-one coaching, just give us a shout. We're happy to help. The phone number here is 410-795-0400. Just let us know how we can help you.